Maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Something weird about the body's fingernails. These are fake nails, they're really long. Seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Also something on the back of the right hand. A tattoo got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing. It's like a picture of a dog. Or something. Yeah, it looks like a wolf. Never seen anything like it before. Lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. Nothing strange about that, right? Upper half of the body got set on fire. Yep. Only threw water on the part of the body. Excuse me. Part of the body that was on fire, top half, bottom half still dry. Yeah. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Exploded body analysis, Apparently I can't go any further right or up. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. Only one little piece left. Seems to be it. Sprinkler. Those nozzles poking out. Are those the sprinklers? Coin! Amazing. Monokuma flower, huh? Don't think it's related to the case, so I'll just So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? And if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place after 7:30, huh? Chicken coop. Count 4 chickens. One's missing. Remember how many chickens there were in here? There were precisely 5. Yeah, right. There's only 4 chickens here now. Well, 1 short. That's so weird, I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night. There were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle now. Did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Remember how that body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, he was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of his stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Gyokyo said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see it on the ground around it.
Okay.
Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. Now I'm starting to come up with like crazy theories. You wanna hear my crazy theory? Thinking maybe this body could be Junko. Maybe Kyoko found like where all the dead bodies were being kept, or at least found where Junko's dead body had been kept or whatever, and she used it to fake her own death or something to serve some purpose or whatever. I'm not sure why she would do that, but maybe this is Junko, and she was already dead long before then. That's why Kyoko rigged it to explode, so that we wouldn't be able to identify it. And then a class trial, not just to trick us, but also to trick Monokuma, because Monokuma doesn't know who the body is either. So I don't know. Crazy theory number 1. What do you want to talk about?
In other words.
My alibi? Alibi?
In other words.
Love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. Why are you asking about that now, and what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious this murder took place after nighttime? How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words.
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
If the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. When I went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. We never came to the door, so where precisely were you? Telling you the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Well, shit. 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and?
Serious.
Well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? Look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock, as usual. I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. 7:30 is when the sprinklers go off. So, yeah, the murder didn't happen at nighttime. It happened after 7:30 sometime. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe. That's when she found the body. What time was it then? 9. So it happened between 7:30 and 9. Okay.
No.
I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. Okay. Ugh. Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Anything else? Duh. Need to go look in the shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, pretty stereotypical shed. Oh, a tarp. Was there a tarp in here before? Should probably look at it. Look into that. Could be related to the case. Top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside, totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. It's the one thing in here that concerns me. That's it, huh? Yeet. I guess that's it. Coin! Amazing. Just want to look at everything, you know? Coin. 102. Oh, my throat is fucking shredded. Oh, it hurts. It stings. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. Are there other areas I need to check? Specifically the fragment I found before. Yeah. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
What?
Just give up.
He has the key. To see if he'll let me borrow a room key. Hey, Byakuya. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. Afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go without you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Meantime, I should look around somewhere else. That one area. So, that one area, I'm not really sure what that one area is, so yeah. Bits of charred debris near the body seems familiar to something that was seen earlier. Brr. God damn it, I don't remember. I guess I'm just gonna wander around like an asshole till I remember. Damn it. The gym? I was wondering if maybe it was like talking about the bomb or something? Where is the bomb, by the way? The bomb is missing. What happened to the bomb? Figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Ah, yeah.
Huh?
Yep. That bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragment I found in the garden. Once I've checked everything else I think I can think of. Oh, okay. Blah. Totally misread that. Okay. I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. Okay. Well, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. Where is Kyoko's room? Is it... no. Where's the dormitory? You'd think I'd know this fucking map by now, right? God damn it. Why can I not teleport to this? Well, that's the garden. Damn it, where is it? Why does it go second floor and then first floor? Yeah. That's that place. That's the dorms. It doesn't... This is weird. Whatever. We'll get over there. All in due time, dear friends. Probably could have done this more quickly. It's fine though, we just gotta get to her. Once he's done with his search, he'll probably head back to the garden. What? Oh, I'm supposed to head to the garden? What? I thought I'd just meet up with him at her room. That's very weird. Is that why it wasn't showing up on the map? That wasn't showing me the dormitories because I couldn't fucking teleport to it. And he's back over here.
Let's go.
Alright. Yeah, that was kind of weird. And she was... Oh, she was right next to me. Was she? This whole time she's been right next to me? Oh. I didn't even realize that. Yeah. Click. And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. So this is Kyoko's room. What is this here? Something on a table. Woodblock decoration.
What?
What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers But those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. The lockers use them for their lockers? What? I wouldn't know, I've never gone to a public bathhouse. Doesn't really surprise me, it's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really, what? Unless I'm mistaken. Pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Yep. Woodblock key. Anything else? Is the bed. Wait, what did he say? Don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. Here's the bathroom. Really? You don't think you should investigate the bathroom?
What?
Well, I'm coming, right? So, what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
Can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my research to come here. Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Gave me something.
It's true.
Ah. Something ever happens to me. Sure, I have it here somewhere. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? The bed? Underneath the bed sheets, part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? Found a crumpled up piece of paper. Oh. Class number 78 student registry. Makuro Ikusaba.
I see.
Appears to be Makuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying, This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing. This is what she left behind. Don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Makuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier? Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. That is not ultimate despair, it's ultimate soldier. Different. Different from what Kyoko said. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined the mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Makuro's profile. The ultimate soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction, the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things, as just an ordinary person, but then...
I see.
Never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Ah, it's you. What have you got in your pesky little hand there? Pretty little hand, rather. Whatever. You found her profile? So what if we did?
Hey.
Don't freak out on me. Not gonna hold it against you or anything. In case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it.